It's just a little bit different when we all get together and talk. We have so many things in common, man. So, hey, welcome aboard, man. Hopefully, have a great show, and y'all be interactive in it, and we can, bring y'all comments in and everything too. And so, we're ready to just have a great conversation, not just us three, but with the chat too.
Exactly, exactly. And please, y'all, there's no right or wrong answer. There's no stupid question. Well, there are some stupid questions, but we'll leave that alone. But we need your interaction. You guys may bring up something that we're not aware of, or may shed light or new perspective. And maybe that could bring to even further, deeper conversation about the Cowboys. Let's go ahead and start off because we haven't had a chance to talk as a group, y'all, about the Green Bay game. We ain't gonna spend a lot of time on it. But I haven't heard what you guys said, and maybe some of the listeners may have not heard your analysis of what the game is. What y'all think about the Green Bay game? Start off with you, Cowboy Joe.
I thought it was a very good game. Really entertaining. Obviously, a tie is not what you want, but I think when you look at the big picture, I was really excited the way we played. Dak was just, off the charts. Mm-hmm. And we had some other key role players that stepped up. So all in all, again, just you're never satisfied with a tie. But I felt a lot better after the game than I did before going into it. So it was a good game. Probably one of the better games I've seen as far as Sunday Night Football. And I think I looked at the ratings this week. That's what they always look at at the Stars. So it was one of the most watched games ever, of course. But yeah, it was an entertaining game.
That's right. What you think about B-Bird?
Yeah, so, moral victories aren't a thing, but I think they can be for the Cowboys because I think, man, our confidence level as an organization is not real high. Mm-hmm. Usually when in Green Bay, with what they did to us in the playoffs, then they come out and go up 13-0, and then we end up getting the block kick for the 2 points. But usually when we get down like that, man, it's pretty much a pretty precipitous fall after that. We just fall way off. Nothing good happens. I like the fight that we showed. We came back. I like some of the backup linemen, how they played, man. And so I hate to say this, but I'm sorry. I just like the way we played. I've been trumpeting Dak Prescott's play all year, and he just really reiterated what I've been saying. This guy's playing on a different level, man. And that's why one of the reasons why I'm saying, man, I was listening to the content creators. I actually jumped on their show the other day. They were talking about using draft picks to draft another quarterback. I said, dude, we got to do in his prime playing the best football in the NFL. And we talking about using draft picks on another quarterback? No, let's get those draft picks, move them out, get players in, and let's go try to move. If nobody's going to go all in now, then we're never going to go all in. So, but back to Green Bay, man, pleasantly surprised. One of the things, who's not biased? Vegas. And so we were underdogs in that game. Did we cover? Yeah, we did because we played better than what the expectations was. So I had a good feeling coming out of it. And I think the Cowboys had a good feeling coming out of it too, especially what happened in the playoffs against Green Bay.
Yeah. I was dissatisfied, of course, with the outcome. I think we missed out on opportunities to win it. However, you'd be a fool to say, excuse me, what's going on with my camera here? There you go. You'd be a fool to say that we did not play well. Definitely on one side of the football. However, I was disappointed with the defense because I still saw some things that still are consistent. We're giving up too many big plays. And they found a new way to get us. For instance, once Hooker went out, Wanye came in, they stopped beating us over the top. They beat us with screens, and the screens turned into big plays. And I didn't like that at all. And so I had a problem with our defense. We played okay in spots. But in order for us to do what we're thinking, what we need to do, we got to put some stops on people. I mean, we're not even making the punters punt. I mean, we're not even doing that. So,
Yeah.
and it's putting Dak in a position literally where he has to be perfect. I mean, and so far, you know, I mean, at least on Sunday night, he just about was perfect.
Yeah.
But how many times really is he really going to do that? That's a lot of pressure on the offense to score 40 points and still lose. I ain't say you lose, but tied. You're scoring 30. And the bottom line is this, and this is a perfect lead in into the next, I think, conversational topic. I think Cowboy Joe probably want to talk about Eberflus or whatever, however way he want to go with it. But as of today, the Dallas Cowboys, just to show you the total contrast, I think everybody in the chat knows it. The Cowboys offense is the number one offense in the league, and the defense is the last rated defense in the league. Now, they don't get too much more of a seesaw than that. So the offense is not an issue. The offense is not an issue at all. Even with injuries, the offense still putting 40 up, 30. I mean, come on now. There's nothing to talk about on the offense. We could even get better, but the defense is 32nd. So, you know, if we would just get to maybe 25, we would win. We would have won. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about Eberflus. I think Cowboy Joe wanted to talk about him, and I don't know which angle he coming from. But let's talk about it. What's wrong with Coach Eberflus, man?
So let me say this. So the first thing I want to say, and I want to preface it with this: I don't have anything personal against Eberflus. If he was my next door neighbor, he'd be the next door neighbor, the best one in the world. So, and one thing I'm going to say, make it clear: if we're in week 15, guys, and we're 10-5 or 9-6, and the defense is, instead of 32, we'll rank 20 or 21 or 15. So I'm gonna come on the show and give him his props. I mean, you had to be man enough to do that, and I will. But it's a concern because, and I saw this stat. I think it was last week, guys. I don't know if you knew this. The Chicago Bears have been in existence for over 100 years. Okay, Dallas Cowboys have been in existence for, I think it's 60 something years. So the Bears are a 100-year franchise. In the 100-year history of the Bears, they've only fired a coach during the season one time, and it was Matt Eberflus. So, you know, when he got fired from the Bears, I told my son, I said, that's the next head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, because he fits the prototype of what Jerry's looking for. Now, I got it halfway right. He didn't hire him as head coach, but he hired him as defensive coordinator. So, you know, it's just the style of defense. And, you know, he went to play his old team week before last. Team looked unprepared. They were no physicality, just uninspired. And then, last thing I'm gonna say is this. So we saw the 49ers last night, B-Bird. You saw the physicality they play with. Okay. So my top 4 franchises that I like to look at is the 49ers, the Eagles, the Chiefs, and the Ravens. Consistently, they're the best franchise. So what you want to ask yourself big time is this: if the 49ers, Eagles, Ravens, or Chiefs had a defensive coordinator opening, would they hire Matt Eberflus and 3 of his assistants from Chicago? The answer is no. So you got to always ask yourself, why was he hired here? And I think the answer is the pay. That's always an issue with Jerry and Steven. He's on a discount deal because the Bears are still paying him. And then he just fits the profile of the kind of coach that Jerry likes, the Jason Garrett, the Wade Phillips type. So I just don't like the way the defense is looking. And now we're hearing that players are coming out talking about the scheme. So just don't have a good feeling about it. But like I said, if he turns it around, I'll be the first one to give him credit. So that was just kind of my comment on Eberflus.
So my thing is the jury is still out on Eberflus. The reason being because anytime you trade Michael Parsons and you don't replace him with anything in kind, it's kind of hard to judge the defense because it changes everything. But some people might say, well, what does that have to do with the cornerbacks or the safeties? Well, yeah, there's a confusion on the back end, but Michael Parsons or an elite pass rusher shortens the time, right? That's why we get all those. That's why we get all those interceptions in those prior seasons because of the pressure from the front end. What one superstar pass rusher does, they also makes the other pass rushers better on the other side, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think when you took him away, it's kind of hard for me to grade what he was going to do because you're just not that talented on defense to me. I think when you look at the defense again, I think it may have been I was on somebody else's show, but I can't remember. I say first rounders on offense versus first rounders on defense. I think first round starters on defense. I don't know if we have any, but we got about 4 to 5 on offense, right? That's where the Cowboys put their money at on offense, but also in coaching too. We have better coaches on offense too, so that's where they put their bread and butter at because. What Jared says is, I'm going to lose 35-31. I'm going to make it interesting. It's going to be fun to watch. I don't want to lose 13-10, right? And so he's not putting anything on there. But the jury's out on Eberflus. For one thing, this is a new system for the team. It's going to take some adjustments. I mean, those guys really didn't play in preseason or anything like that. So the first few games are adjustment-type games. So I just want to see, okay, to be honest with you, I think we should make a move for a player, right? Impact defensive end. I got one in mind. We'll get to that. If you want to wait big time for another subject, we can wait on that.
All right. Let me go ahead. Are you through? You through?
Yeah, I'm going. You can go on.
Okay. Let me show you my problem with Eberflus. My problem with Eberflus is his stubbornness. And that's really the bottom line. Everybody by now sees Jack Sanborn, and everybody knows that we could get better there. And some of those answers are coming from within. We don't have to go trade nobody for that. Just make a decision to put Leofow in more. Just make a decision to put Jamar James in. Yes, you may lose some experience, but you gain an athlete. You gain the speed back. He may not know, and he don't supposed to know. I'm not saying that that he's supposed to sit down completely. I'm just saying Sanborn is not a first, second, and third down linebacker. That's what I'm saying. Put me some athletes on the field. I can live with the speed rather than Sanborn missing plays that I know Shamar James' speed would get. You see what I'm saying? I like Sanborn. Sanborn gonna have tackles, y'all. But the problem is Sanborn is he don't meet people. He don't meet you at the spot. He catches people and then take them down. So, it's like he invites you to hit him. Linebackers, man, especially from the middle linebacker position, you're supposed to punish people. And that's why I'm saying it's obvious that needs to be a change in that direction. A lot of people talked about the safety. Well, unfortunately, and I'm not, of course, cheering for injury, with Wanye coming in there, I believe that's a blessing in disguise. I want Hooker to come back and all that, but I just feel at this point, and after looking at the tape when Wanye came in, there was no deep passes no more. It was really underneath the little screen game. It wasn't nothing there because Wanye is faster, has more range. He's a hitter. Is he as smart as Hooker? Well, that remains to be seen. I don't know if he's as smart as Hooker. He hasn't had the opportunity, but he gets it now because we know he starts. So sometimes the adjustments just need to be made by personnel changes. And unfortunately for him, he believes and he trusts Sanborn. Whatever it is that he did to earn his trust, he had it. That's the part I don't like about it, because I really believe that if you add, more Leofow, more Shamar, I believe the defense gets better right then. I don't think we're 32. I ain't saying we number one, but I do believe that we are higher than 32. Sometimes you just make those changes in order to get it. And he's slowly but surely doing it. He just want to be loyal, which is one of the cancers of the Cowboys. He wants to be loyal to his guy, which is Sanborn. Yeah. I really believe that. And I believe that we're going to see slowly but surely going some changes on us. So that's really my problem with
So I wanted to ask you all a question, man. This is just for me because I remember something from last year, man, and it kind of disturbed me. I think it was last year. So you remember when Sanders broke through against Philadelphia and Zach Braun walked him down?
Yeah.
Well, that's when you start seeing a lack of speed. Man, with Hooker, I don't know if y'all remember this, but he picked up a fumble. And I think a penalty ended up calling it back, but he's running it back. And dude, a tight end ran him down. And that was, I don't know if that was last year or the year before last. And I was just amazed that, like, dude, you're a safety. You're supposed to have range. How's a tight end running you down from like 3 or 4 yards out? And so that started making me start questioning his speed at that point in time, man. So, but I think what you're saying is you can take some of the maybe mishaps that younger players, more athletic, faster players are going to make. Like they may make some mental mistakes, but the athletic ability is going to put them in a lot of more positions to make good plays also.
Yes. Yeah, I can live with that mistake.
Yeah,
I can live with that. But I hate to have a guy who knows where to be, but can't get there. His mind can get there, but his body can't. And that's what I see out of Sanborn. God bless him, I mean, but he is what he is. He never was a starter. He really wanted to start in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? We made him a first, second, and third down guy. Can't cover nobody. If you can't cover nobody, why you got him in as a nickel linebacker? He can't cover nobody, tight ends and all that type of stuff. It just don't make any sense. Go ahead, Cowboy Joe. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm just gonna piggyback on you guys. So, and Bishop, you would appreciate this. And I talked to B-Bird about this earlier in the week. There was an acronym. And it was WWJD. It used to be what would Jesus do?
Mm-hmm.
But in our world, I'm gonna say, what would Jimmy Johnson do?
Oh yeah.
So here's what Jimmy would do. Jimmy would go to Eberflus and he would say, I want the youngest, fastest players on the field. So your linebackers would be Maris Leofau, Murray in the middle. We'll live with that. And your other linebacker would be Shamar James. Now, what's gonna happen is James and Leofau, they're going to hit the wrong gap. They're going to blow assignments. But for the most part, they're going to play fast and they're going to play physical. Mm-hmm. So that would be a directive from Jimmy Johnson. And he wouldn't give Eberflus any options. And then the same thing at safety, B-Bird. He would just tell him, I want to see Wanye on the field because he's fast. He's physical. So, those are the adjustments that we have to see. And when he makes them, I'll be the first one to give him credit. But so far, I'm not seeing it, and we're just going to have to see how it plays out. But he has to get Sanborn off the field and Shamar James and Leofau on the field. Last year, Leofau, his arrow was pointing up the whole season.
Yes.
And in these games this year, he really hasn't played. You just can't do that. So you can't bring in a coach and say, I'm going to play. It's almost like you're playing the coach's son with Sanborn. But yeah, they got to make that change, and they need to make it pretty quick.
Yeah. Go ahead. So, and before we switch and go to another topic, need everybody hit that like button. Wherever channel you're watching this from, I need you to go quickly, hit that like button. If you're on YouTube, double tap that screen. If you're on Facebook, hit the like button. Do that for all of us. And also, let me drive this home. If you're on the Big Time Show channel, I need you to get off my channel real quick. I need you to type in father and son. What is your father and son podcast?
So it's Father and Son Cowboys and Sports Talk.
There you go. Father and Son Cowboys and Sports Talk. I need you to go to that page and hit that subscribe button. If you're on Twitter, I need you to find B-Bird. B-Bird, what's your channel?
B-Bird Cowboys. B-Bird Cowboys.
B-Bird Cowboys. I need you guys to go to that channel, hit that subscribe on that channel. So again, we want to push everybody's subscribers up. If you're on whatever channel you're on, if you're not a follower of the Big Time Show, do that as well. And we'll put it in. In the chat as well. But we want you guys to support all these channels on here. There B-Bird is there on his. Just hit him in, and I'll type in the Big Time Show if you're not following us on that, and you can do that.
So my son, he posted ours earlier. I did see it. but we'll post it again.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate that. But yeah, we want to make sure that you guys go to the channels. We want to get B-Bird subscribers up. We just hit 250 subscribers on our channel, so we appreciate
Awesome.
everybody that subscribed.
Yes.
We
Awesome.
building it from the ground up. I was talking to B-Bird last night. You know, we just doing it organic, and we trying to do the right thing, and you know,
All
just
right,
trying to get it done the right way.
I'm glad you said that. Let me interrupt you. If you got 250, we should get at least 280 tonight. I need everybody from the Big Time Show to go follow Father and Son Cowboys Sports Talk. Do just type in FASCAST. I'll put that right there, as one of your guys have said. Type in that right there. And you'll be right there on YouTube, and follow that in. Do the same with B-Bird. We want to push these subscribers up quickly. Let's do that quickly. All right. Next topic, y'all. I'm sorry. Just want to get that in.
Yeah. So the next topic that I really was interested in talking about earlier in the week, I kind of proposed. I looked at okay, where can we get an end from? We need pressure. We need a guy on front. Again, one of my things has been, man, I like to stock our rooms from the top down. I don't necessarily want to go get the number 6 wide receiver and make him better, right? That doesn't help us. I like to go get like a Pickens to make us better. I think on the defensive end room, if we went and got a guy, and the one I'm targeting is Max Crosby, man. I'm really impressed with him. Been impressed with him for a while. And some people, but he fits some criteria that the Joneses like, right? So you would think that there's a big age difference between him and Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons is 26. Max Crosby is 28. Pass rushers are pass rushing until about 32 years old, man. They're effective, you know what I'm saying? So you don't have to worry about that. This is the thing that I think the Joneses would like, because you got to remember, I said this in the offseason, but not a lot of people caught this. I said, don't look for the Cowboys to make moves in free agency. I said, because they don't like bidding against other teams. They like trading for people because the contract is already in place. They don't have to do anything with the contract. Mm-hmm. Then after that, Pickens came. Why? Because they don't have to deal with the contract negotiation. Now they have to deal with it after the season. Mm-hmm. But even with Cooks, even with Gilmore, remember, only thing they have to do is give up draft capital because the contracts were already in place. If they look to see we can handle the contract. Well, Max Crosby did sign a 3-year contract in 2025. He's making $106 million over those 3 years, pretty much $35 million a year, which is, for an elite pass rusher, I mean, that's $12 million less than Michael Parsons making. So I think you could get, and to be honest with you, he's a better run defender on the end than Michael Parsons. So he's really a total defensive end. He's a traditional defensive end. But Max Crosby make all kinds of plays, man. This guy has a motor. I did go back and watch his last game, and he just don't take many plays off, man. The guy has a motor. I think that could be infectious for our defense. I think what that does when you have one great pass rusher on the other side, it makes the other ones better. And everybody knows that a great pass rush makes the secondary better too. I just think he fits a lot of criteria, man, that the Joneses like already. And I just don't know what the draft capital we had to give up for him to get. But if it's a first rounder, I definitely would do that. That's not an issue to me, because you still have 3 first rounders left in the next 2 years. So, and you're getting a guy that's signed through 2027, man. So I just think that when you have an offense and a quarterback playing on this level, and you're saying, okay, and I definitely agree with you big time. You open my eyes about some guys that we can bring in as far as the guys are already on our team. But you can bring this guy in from outside, coupled with what you're talking about doing. And I think over next 3 or 4 games, if that was to happen, they gel a little bit. And I think you'll see a mid 17 ranked defense come out of this thing and just with arrows up.
I agree 100%. What's up, Lou? Lou in the building. Lou's taking the building. Appreciate you coming in on, Lou. I don't have a problem with Max at all, and you make real good sense, B-Bird. And he's younger, but it's really not a but. I think that I would love Hendrickson. The only reason why I'm saying that, because the way the Cowboys operate, he would fit more because of his age. I think he's 30. Somebody
31,
correct.
I think.
I think he's
31.
31 years old.
Maybe, yeah, I can't remember what it is.
And his contract would not be. Of course, if you were to trade for him, you would have to get the commitment for him to sign with us. I don't know if you would pay him the big money like Crosby, and you know we're all about saving money in Dallas, so you know that. I think that he would be just a tad bit cheaper, and you would also get almost the same results. And I will say this: if we trade the Cowboys pick, Cincinnati would be more probably desperate to try to make something happen quicker. The only reason why I'm saying that because Burrow is gone.
Yeah.
Cincinnati is not going to win a lot of games this year, which means they're going to have a high draft pick. So they're going to have a high draft pick anyway. You couple that maybe with a Dallas Cowboy pick, and you might be, drafted in the first 2 first round picks, maybe in the first 20 picks in the first round, maybe. Rather than the Raiders, who I think the Raiders are going to get better and better as the time goes. I think that the pick, let me just say this, the pick would be higher, I think, in Cincinnati. I really believe that. So I think that as far as, and to get Hendricks, and that sound like, because Cowboys don't want to pay, I think they would. I would love Max and love that age and all that, but I think that they would go with the Henderson kind of thing. And I think Cincinnati would be more willing to do that quickly too, I may add, because they know they're going to be in for a fire sale. Why not get real good real quick with draft picks and then Joe coming back next year? See what I'm saying? And everything go back to this high-powered offense, and now you done added probably 2 pieces in the first round to go. That's just what I'm thinking. But I agree with you, though. I think it.
I had to ask you a question. So what do you think? And Hendricks is 30 years old. He's a little younger than I thought. But he's going to be a free agent in the offseason, right?
Not if you trading for him. You would have to get that.
I'm saying but see, they did that with Pickett too. They did with Pickett.
He would be, but I'm saying if you're going to make that move and give up first round picks, I would have to have that commitment to say you're going to sign with us, whether that's 2 years, whether that's 3 years, whatever the case may be. I just can't have you. This ain't no trade and then let you go. No. That's a waste of time. I wouldn't even do that. You got to give me.
So what do you think the market is for Hendrickson? I mean, let's just say a per year thing. Like, what do you think his market is?
I mean, this is a guy that gives you what he led the league in sacks last year.
Yeah.
You may have to get a little greedy. I would people overpay all the time. I wouldn't give them no 2 first round picks. I might
I'm saying contract wise. What do you think he'll ask for?
He wouldn't get what Michael got. But Michael raised the bar so high that it's going to be there. It's going to be high.
And that's why the Max Crosby looks better, because it's already a set number at 35, right?
I agree.
And that's why, because there's no negotiating. We just take on the contract. It's already in place. 35 million, excuse me.
Yeah.
And so the Hendrickson has a lot of moving parts. Now, let me tell you something. As a player, I really don't care. Either one of them, I really don't care, because both of them are going to bring what we need, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna play on 10 the whole game, and they're gonna bring pressure from defensive end and make some decisions by the quarterback, speed up. So I don't really mind. I just think from my standpoint, the contract that's in place is more palatable for the Joneses, because they're saying $35 million a year.
Yeah.
Should we say $12 million a year for Michael Parsons? We're gonna get a dude that can stop the run and rush the pass.
That part you just said, I'm sorry, Cowboys, what makes it incredibly attractive. Yeah. $35 million a year, contract already in place. You don't have to say nothing else after that. I love it.
Yeah.
So I'll probably come down in the middle where you guys are. I think both ideas are good. Here's what I would say. If the Raiders trade Crosby, you're probably going to be saying, you can't believe that they gave him up for what they gave him up for. Somebody's going to get a good deal, and the same with Hendrickson. The team that trades for Hendrickson, you're going to say, you can't believe they gave up. It wasn't a lot. The problem I have with Dallas and trades, they tend to come out on the wrong end of the trade. So I would just say in both cases, Crosby and Hendrickson, I'm good with giving them Green Bay's one. I would be a little leery of giving them our one. But yeah, I would just say, hopefully when they make the trade, when we see the trade, we'll just say, the Cowboys won the trade or they came out even. But yeah, I think both our deals are good. It's going to make a huge difference, like you said earlier, B-Bird, to the way we play. We just got to, we need some more edge rushers. I like some of the guys they don't play Houston enough. But yeah, I think
they definitely don't. Definitely don't.
that's
yeah.
But both of those guys, Crosby and Hendrickson, I think no doubt about it. And I've been saying this. I said this before the season started when we had Micah. You give us an edge, we can compete with anybody. Okay, the 49ers, the Eagles, just name the team. We're right there. We're not that far away right now. But if you give us an edge, there's no doubt in my mind that we can compete really with any team.
Yeah.
One thing I would tell y'all, man, is that I would say this is going to sound kind of weird. Our defense, with our passing game, defense being a problem, to me, that's more easily solvable than somebody running down your throat, right? Like, if somebody's running for 200 yards against us every game, to me, that speaks volume. But, dude, we stopping the run.
Yeah,
We're doing well against the run. We've been playing against some teams that actually have great running backs. Philadelphia, the running back, didn't do much against us. We're not giving up, especially up the middle, man. We're doing great. Whenever they run outside, they get yards. But, man, we're doing really good on that part. And the run defense, the run offense. The basis of football, man, the up the middle stuff, we're solid there. It's just the outside stuff that we're having issues with. I think if we fix some of this stuff, man, and we can make it to the playoffs, to the tournament, I think where we're strong at really comes out in the playoffs, and that's what you need. You need a strong running game in bad weather cities, and you need a strong running defense in bad weather climates also. We got that. If we can just work on the other stuff, man, I think this team is not far away. I think if people were running down our throats, I'd be like, hey, man, this defense, our pass defense look good because nobody ever throws against us and they run against us all the time. But, man, I like what we're strong at. I think we're strong in places where we should be.
So let me throw this at you guys. So last night I watched Boss Land, Landlord, Boss, Henny, shout out to them. So big time, I don't know if you saw this. So they had a graphic or a chart. It showed that the Cowboys, we run more zone than any team in the league, and it wasn't even close, more zone coverage. So the question I have for you guys is, one of the other adjustments that Eberflus is going to have to make, if he's stubborn and stays, 90% zone or whatever he's running, and that graphic last night, it was stunning to look at. Some of these other teams, they just don't run as much zone as we have. He's going to have to adjust his coverages and mix it up, play some man, some zone. If he just plays 90% zone, that's just another issue I have with his defense. And the guys last night had the same issue. So what do you guys think about it? Will he be able to? He's been a coach for 20-some years. Is he going to be able to adjust and just play some zone and some man, or are we just stuck with zone?
Listen, I heard what Diggs said, about he need to be in man and all that type of stuff. The jury is still out on Diggs. See, you can ask for something, but if your body ain't right.
Yeah.
See, when you play man, you got to run with the receiver. I'm not 1,000% sure that Diggs can run.
He's not ready,
Which is the reason why he is in zone a lot, because I'm not even sure if Bland is 100% right.
That's true.
And I'm saying, see, nobody don't want to talk about that. Bland is coming off with a foot, and he's still not right as we speak. Diggs, I don't know if he can cover man to man. I'm serious. I don't trust it, which may be the reason why you don't switch it all of a sudden. Listen, I understand the desire, and maybe you need to be situational. When it's 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3, maybe you need to jam them up and and go and play a little press. You can do all that, but
you need to mix it up.
Yeah, I agree. You don't need to be 7-8 yards off the ball every play. I get that. I understand that, but I'm not sure that our guys really can really do what needs to be done for man-to-man defense. I just don't believe it. I don't think Diggs is right. I don't think Bland is right. I think they're out there maybe 85% plus.
I definitely agree.
And I don't think that 85%, you can't go man all the time. But I do agree with you, though, when it comes to pass rush, I think that we're not good enough to do front 4. I think we need to be blitzing linebackers, which is going to make you go man defense, and we're just going to have to take our chances. But you just can't let these quarterbacks just sit back there and just dissect you the whole way through. So I agree that you need to switch it up. I believe we are going to see that. I think a lot of that also, Cowboy Joe, is also based off of Malik Hooker ain't got the range like he used to have. He's gotten a little bit older, okay? I believe that Wanye makes it possible that you can do that. I really do. I think you can do that. And if they beat us, they just beat us. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's more of a little bit more of injury concerns rather than personnel that, I really do believe that. I don't think them guys not right. It's just me.
I was trying to find this stat that I saw, and I don't know if y'all got a chance to see it, that said how that actually Diggs was significantly better while he was playing zone defense than man defense. And somebody had put that out. I don't know if y'all saw that.
I saw it.
Yeah, and so they said Diggs asking for something that he actually statistically not as good at. Like, he's actually good watching the play develop and jumping routes and stuff like that. So I think I don't know. Like, okay, so if you're playing zone and they're getting a lot of doggone pressure on the quarterback, where he gonna throw, it's just easier for you, man. You know what I'm saying? They throwing the ball out, you see the whole thing going, and that's why they said most of his interceptions came against zone. I mean, while he's playing zone defense.
Yeah, I think the answer is I think they need to mix it up, and then all he has to do also is just look at the first game against the Eagles in that second half. He dialed up some pressure. They look good. So the last 3 games, I just don't remember him dialing up a blitz, from the corner, whatever the case may be. I know against the Bears, we didn't really do any pressure, which was surprising. So that's what they're going to have to do this Sunday. Also, guys, they're going to have to give Fields some different looks, frustrate him, dial up some pressure. And obviously, they got to have somebody watching Fields, and because he can take off and run. That's why you're going to need Leo Fowle and Shamar James on the field. But yeah, I think the answer, again, I think we're kind of in the middle. I'm in the middle on everything.
Let me throw mine out, Cowboy Joe.
Yeah.
And quack right there in the comment. I was waiting for the opportunity to say it, but I'm glad he said it. Sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, listen, the answer is within, but your stubbornness is keeping you from making the move, such as this. Everybody agrees. James Houston need to be on the field.
Absolutely.
That's the one that's bringing the pressure. That's the one that's getting in. So if he's the only one that's consistently getting in, I'm sorry, Dante Fowler. Hello, you need to look. This is not hard to think. This is not hard. James Houston, if he's getting whoever's producing pressure, since he want to run a front 4, okay, and one of your guys that's on the front 4 is James Houston, and James Houston is getting in there, common sense tell me he need to be on the field.
He's getting the least amount of snaps.
Yeah.
That needs to change. That's what I'm saying. Some of this stuff is right there in front of your face. You see what I'm saying? Like if Sam played a pretty good game. If Dante Fowler is not getting there, put the guys that's in there. Put them that's getting in there in the backfield. Put the guy in that's making the sack. Give him some more snaps. It's really that simple. Stop being stubborn. Stop being loyal to the guys that you done brought in. Stop living off past reputation. Dante Fowler had 10 sacks last year. He ain't got one this year. He ain't been back there, actually. There's still an APB out right now. I done filed a missing person report for him. Where is Dante Fowler at? I ain't seen him. I'm looking for him. Where is he? I don't know where he been. Is he played? You know what I'm saying? I'm calling folks out. Sam Williams talked all that trash. He's playing better. I give it to him. But he ain't got no sack. He ain't done nothing.
He had a huge penalty Sunday night.
Yeah, I mean, put my guys in, put the guys in that's producing, and maybe you'll get your interceptions in the zone. Maybe you will rush the quarterback in the zone. If you give me some guys that's getting in there. James Houston needs to be on the field. I need to see him more this week. It's just that simple. I just need to see him more.
Well, and I can't remember. I think it was Shotty was saying about seeing him play more also. I don't know if y'all caught that in one of his pressers. He said, somebody said, what about James Houston? Do we think we need to see him more? He said, yeah, I think we need to see him more. So hopefully that's going to that's setting the stage to get him some more playing time, put it that way.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think it's just the adjustments that we're looking for. It's the, I got my scheme. I'm going to run this no matter what type of thing. Here's the thing about our show too, the OG Roundtable. We've been around a long time. We know what good coaching looks like. Okay, we know what good defense looks like. B-Bird, we know what a run stopping defense look like. So now we know what linebackers look like, and we know what corners and safety supposed to look like. So that's kind of the thing that we're looking for. We're not it's not a whole lot to it. What we're asking Eberflus to do. Hey, I want to talk about the running back situation. So Blue looks like he's going to play. My son will be excited about this, and so he's going to get some snaps on Sunday, it appears. And so what do you guys think we're going to see from Jaden Blue? Looks like he's going to have an opportunity to play. And Turpin is out, disappointing with that. I didn't even know Turpin had got hurt until yesterday.
Yeah, me either.
So that was kind of surprising. That's kind of the issue you're going to have with Turp too, is just staying healthy. But we need some speed on the offense. And look, we'll hopefully get a chance to see Blue what he's got, and if we need to make a move and trade for a back. I like Achane from Miami, but what do y'all think about Blue finally getting a chance to play?
Well, Blue, let's do this. Let's try to be patient with our 5th round draft pick that was the 3rd string running back that started 2024 for the Texas Longhorns. The kid does have talent, right? But if he was that talented, he would have been the starting quarterback of the Texas Longhorn. Injuries got him out there, and he has ability, he has track speed, but he's a 5th round draft pick. So let's not, some of our fans were saying Tony Dorsett and this, that, and the other when he drafted him. Let's give him some patience. This is his first game playing, man.
On the road.
He has to learn to be a professional. He just gotta. We can't put our expectations too high on this guy. I know we need it, but what happens is, man, we need people in these positions, and because we don't fortify those positions with good veterans, then we put too much pressure on our rookies, man. And then next thing you know, we're calling them bust, but we put too much on them. From Jump Street. Oh shoot. I always forget. I don't know why I forget this guy's name. What's the wide receiver that made the catch on the sideline last week?
Tolbert.
When he first came in, man, he was an answer to a lot of our issues, man. And so we traded our wide receiver to Cleveland, and they're saying, he's supposed to replace us. a guy from a small school cannot come in and replace a professional wide receiver like that, man. But that's what the expectations was. So then everybody started calling him a bust, and he ain't this and he ain't that. He's inactive, but y'all put too much on him already anyway, man. So I just think, man, let's just hold our horses, let this kid go out there and play. If he does well, we're gonna clap him up. If he doesn't, this is his first NFL game, man. Yeah. Let's have a little bit of patience.
We need him. I'm just looking at how we played last week. Once Sanders went down, the only option was Hunter Lemke, and he didn't get the ball at all. So I don't want Javonte Williams to this guy has been hurt his whole career. I don't want that load there. So Blue needs to play. But last night, I thought about, not last night, was it last night? When me and Amp did the show, Amp brought up something that was spectacular to me. Why not call up Malik Davis?
Oh, yeah.
Who can run? Why not, if we're going to run, if you don't trust Blue, why not bring up Malik Davis, somebody that he ain't getting the ball at all. He's versatile. You can line him up as a tight end. You can use him at, out the backfield. We run him one back set in the first place. So I'm trying to figure out what is really the value of Lemke this year. So if substitute, I'm not saying sit Lemke down. I'm saying let's run a 3-back set. Get Blue in there, get Malik Davis, get Javonte Williams, and let's run the football. I'll be very happy with that. Since the unknown is Blue, I'm glad we'll find out what he is. I see you, A. A brings up a great point. Let me tell you something. If Marfa wasn't hurt, we wouldn't even be talking about Blue, because Schottenheimer loves Marfa. So let's get that really understood. He loves Marfa. And then of course, I don't know if y'all heard it today, but Shotty kind of threw a little jab at Blue today. I don't know if y'all heard, everybody in the chat,
about his cleats.
He had some Louis Vuitton cleats on.
Oh my!
And he got blisters.
So yeah,
his little soft feet, his little soft, pretty little feet got blisters. And now they changed his cleats, and he ran better with his little blister feet. Now, why would you even say that? Come on now, the soft foot's on gun. You know what I'm talking about? Little pretty toe boy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for that. So Blue, he's obviously gonna play. Now, what Blue can do, also, y'all, is that he can return kicks.
Yeah, that's why.
There you go with Turpin out. Now, let's not jump the gun and say he's Turp, because he's not. But we will find out what he is, because he's gonna get an opportunity to do that. And so let's see what he brings to the table. Nobody knows what Blue is. Nobody. But let's just see how he does, and let's not put that pressure on him. Williams is there, but the Williams needs a spell like Sanders was. Give Blue about 4 or 5 carries, and let's see what he does with it. Exactly. So go ahead.
I want to say this. It's like
Amp.
I see Amp. What's up, Amp? So
What's up, Amp?
So one of the biggest mysteries that we have with Malik Davis. So you remember a few years back we played Green Bay up there. Malik Davis almost won the game by himself.
Malik did good against San Francisco.
And then Kellen, just put him out the pasture. So we saw Malik Davis have some good games in preseason this year. So it's just puzzling to me. And I'm gonna go back to what would Jimmy do?
Yeah.
Malik Davis would be on the team right now, and he fits perfectly with what Connor Riley and Clayton Adams are doing offensively. He's a downhill runner. He's a dog, but I don't understand why he doesn't play. So yeah, he would be already on my active roster and contributing. And if you had Javonte, Malik Davis, and Blue, or whether it's Maffa, whatever the case may be, you got a really good lineup. So yeah, I just don't understand what's going on with Malik Davis, why he doesn't get playing time.
I can tell you, Malik Davis is a Javonte Williams clone. To be honest with you, they are one step, one cut, go downhill dudes, and kind of bruiser guys. So I think he fits the offense perfectly. To be totally honest with you,
when Amp brought that up last night, it like a light came on in my head, and I said, you know what? That would be perfect. If you want Blue to play, make him your third back. Because listen, with those three, I haven't seen Blue really run. I know what Malik can do running. I know what Javonte Williams can do running. That's gonna set Dak up even more as far as play action goes. You're gonna get some real good running, some good yardage coming up, which will only help us. Plus, I know Dak throwing the ball and Dak is playing lights out, as everybody knows by now. Everybody except Kid Cowboy, of course, because I'm quite sure he finna type in and say Dak ain't doing, I ain't got time.
There he is.
Yeah, but I already know. he the only one in the world that gonna say Dak Prescott ain't doing nothing. But Dak is playing lights out football, all right? But we don't want him throwing the ball 40 plus times like he doing. We don't want that. We already seen those movies. I don't care how hot he is. We do not want Dak to cook like this. No, we do not. I'm sorry, y'all. We done seen it before. We do not want Dak doing what he's been doing. Kudos to him. He's playing great football. He's reading defenses and pre-snap better than I've ever seen him do it. The experience is paid off, and at the end of the day, I don't want Dak Prescott throwing the ball 35 times a game. I don't care if CD is in the game. I don't care if Pickens is in the game. I know it's the strong point of our offense, but I don't want Dak Prescott throwing 40 times a game. That's just me. Everybody else may want it. That's fine. We need to run the football as Shotty promised us, as he said.
And we've been effective running the ball. But I'm going to tell y'all another game that I don't know what happened with this game. I kind of heard some rumors about it. You remember we lost in the playoffs to the 49ers and Tony Pollard got hurt?
Yeah.
Malik Davis was actually there at that game and active. They never ran him.
He stopped running.
After Tony Pollard got hurt, we just couldn't do anything else because we had Zeke back there, but it was a shell of itself. And we only had one wide receiver, which was CeeDee Lamb. And so it limited us. But somebody said something about, I think he was complaining about his carries to that game. Yeah. And so they was kind of, wanted to sit him down for that. But you cutting off your nose to spite your face, especially after Pollard goes down. So I don't know. They've always played a few games with this guy. He's been a one-step downhill guy, man, with shows some speed. I never understood why he didn't get more action than what he's gotten.
And one last thing we got to mention. So I think one of the reasons we're having success on the offense this year is because the offense is basically a continuation of what they've been running the last few years. That's why Dak is playing so well, because it's the offense that he knows very well, and they're just adding some things to it. So Malik Davis knows the offense. You ain't got to really do a whole lot with him. He knows the offense, so he's just a perfect fit for what they're doing. So it's a mystery.
Yeah. Can we shift it now, guys? Because everybody coming here, we done talked about all that. Let's shift it now to the Jets. I think that's a good way for us to close it out. Since the next time we'll come together, we'll know the result of the Jets game. Mm-hmm. And when we come together, for everybody knows, we try to come on every Friday, the Cowboys OG Podcast. We try to come on Friday. So the next time you guys see us will probably be, unless there's a demand for us, of course. Now, if there's a demand for us, there's that. Now we may talk something else now. But as far as the next time you see us, definitely will be that Friday before the Carolina game coming up. So I think it's only right to put our thoughts on the Jets game. Cowboy Joe, let's talk about the Jets real quick, and whatever way you want to go with it, offensively, defensively, however way you want to go with it. What you think? And give us your prediction too.
So I'm gonna give you my prediction. I got a question for you real quick before I forget, big time. So
Mhm.
there was a troll guy that you had on your show for years. He was out of Houston. What was that guy's name?
That was oh my God. Oh, wait a minute. I just thought about him the other day.
Oh, what where
No,
where where has
I
he
got him.
been?
Wait, I haven't seen him, and I think something wrong with him
I
because
hope he's
he usually
okay.
troll everybody's shows. Oh my God,
Man,
what was his name?
it'll
Oh,
come
okay. I remember that guy, man.
Oh,
it'll
wait a
come
minute.
to me in
It's
a
Oh,
gonna come
minute.
to me. It's gonna come to me in a minute.
It was
God,
no, it was
he
something Harold.
Eastside Harold.
Eastside
Eastside
Harold.
Harold.
Yeah.
He was
yeah.
on every
Man,
cowboy podcast just trolling. Want to talk
Yeah,
about
we got to figure out what's going on with the East Side.
he lost. Look, he was nowhere to. He's been gone since last year, and I know he would be on
Yeah.
everybody's show. So he ain't been on nobody's show since last season.
oh man.
And I'm wondering, what's going on. I never
Yeah.
had his number. Well, I did have his number. I texted him. I didn't get an answer or anything like that, so I left it on alone.
Yeah.
But trust me, if there was a cowboy podcast, he would be on here. Trust me. No
Yeah.
doubt.
Pumping up them Houston teams, them
Yeah,
Texans, man.
he
Yeah.
would be.
I hope Eastside Harold is okay. But no, I think this game, guys, it sort of sets up like the Bears game. You got a running quarterback. So I think we're gonna be better prepared this time. Hopefully, we got some faster linebackers on the field. Everybody stay in their rushing lanes. And also I think what he's gonna try to do. So we talked about this earlier. I think the reason people are throwing on us because they can't run on us. And I don't think so they got some decent running backs. So I think it wouldn't surprise me if he just tries to, throw the ball down the field a few times just to see what he can get. But if we can keep him in the pocket, I'm looking at this. I'm talking 24-13 Dallas. And, if they can keep him in the pocket, I think that's kind of the way it's going to go. But we're looking at the dangerous game. If they come in with this stubborn scheme where you just ain't staying in your lanes, and we ain't got fast linebackers on the field. We got Sanborn. It's gonna be a tight game at that point. But I think we can. I'm looking at a 24-13 type game, Dallas.
Talk to me, B-Bird.
Well, I can tell you this, man. Let me tell you what I said before. Man, we're gonna beat the brakes off the Jets, man. You know what I said that?
Mm-hmm.
In 2019, when the Jets was 0-4.
Yeah, you remember that game.
Yeah, we went down there and we lost. So I still say that we're a better team than the Jets. I think the Cowboys we have way more thermometers than we have thermostats. So like when we feeling good, man, and we feeling good about ourselves going down to the Jets, like I'm gonna tell you, man, I think we're feeling good after this Green Bay game. I think we're gonna do well, man. I don't think you got a quarterback that throws the ball all that good because that's our Achilles heel right now. Running the ball, I'd rather him run than we have a guy that can throw the ball all over the field. So I feel pretty good about the defense, definitely offense. I feel like the defense, just by natural playing together more, knowing what your assignment is more, they're just going to continue to get better. I definitely hope they make some additions to the team. I hope they do what Big Time say, and for one thing, and you, Cowboy Joe, because you brought up Houston. All the dude we've been doing is making plays. We got to play him more, man. I don't know what we're thinking about there. And the linebacker changes you're talking about, Big Time. If we get those three changes right there, man, and we already got one game back there. I mean, I think we improve our defense pretty good just with those ones there. And they can get the defensive end that I want. I think now we start to look forward to, hey, what can we do in the postseason? So, but just back to the Jets, man, I feel real good about this game. One thing, 12 o'clock games ain't been too favorable to us lately, though, man. I don't know what the deal is with us and 12 o'clock games, but we ain't been faring well in those things. But I think going up to New York, I think we're going to be good, man.
Let me carry y'all. Let's go for a ride, everybody, on the chat. I got a different perspective. I said this on the show with Amp last night. Let me kind of stimulate y'all mind real quick. Watch this. Are we really a good run stopping defense because of our stats, or is it because everybody's decided to pass on us? Think about that for a minute.
Yeah.
Everybody, Russell Wilson, I'm not going to say Jalen Hurts, but Russell Wilson lit us up. There wasn't no sense of running. Why run when you can throw for 450 yards? Caleb Williams was in shotgun the whole game. They didn't have to run because we couldn't stop nobody passing. So the numbers are going to look like we really can stop the run, but it really ain't nobody really challenged us to really find out if we the only one team that did it was Philly, and we shut Philly down. Ladies and gentlemen, I said that to say this. I looked at it with Amp last night. I don't know if y'all know it, but the New York Jets have the third ranked rushing offense in the league at 145 yards a game. Passing the ball, the New York Jets have one of the worst passing offenses in the league at only 160 yards a game. So what did that tell you? They gonna run the ball. That's what they do. Breece Hall can run the ball, and then we know Justin Fields is gonna get into that. He gonna get into that as well.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, can we really stop the run? Because that is really their offense. They're not about to line Justin Fields up to just line up in shotgun and throw the ball. Justin Fields is not that type of quarterback. Actually, I want Justin Fields to throw the ball. I want him to throw the ball because he's not good at throwing the ball. So in this really, to be honest with you, Matt Eberflus' defense actually is tailor-made for this team. Because you want a zone against Justin Fields. You want a zone against him. You don't want man-to-man with Garrett Wilson. You don't want that. You don't want man-to-man where you can actually see the throws and then sometimes pull it down to run the ball because the defensive backs are turned and he get a 20-yard run and all that stuff. No, we want the zone for this one. So I want to see him. But the question is, what's going to happen when the Jets run the ball 25 to 30 times a game? Can we stop the run? We about to really find out if we really are a really good run defense team. We about to find out this time because we don't have a team that like to shove the ball down their throat. So I that's what I want to say. Offensively, look, y'all. Sauce is on the other side. George, they've already said Sauce is going to trail George Pickens. I'm saying good. Please go one-on-one with George Pickens. Please do. I don't care nothing about Sauce. Y'all might respect him, and it's fine. I'm not saying he's not an all-pro. I'm not saying it's great. But when I got George Pickens, I don't care who the cornerback is. Go at him. If they foolish enough to go one-on-one with Pickens, please punish that. Please punish that. I ain't, Tolbert is going to give me some plays. Don't forget, there's a good possibility that we might even see Mingo. Everybody want to see Mingo and all that. So let's get him, slowly but surely intertwined, and that's fine. I expect the offense to do what they do. I expect Dak to play the way he's playing. As long as Javonte Williams is running the ball like that, we're going to be just fine on the offensive end. Does that mean we're going to score 40? Probably not. But I expect us to score 25. I expect that. And is 25 good enough to win? Yeah, as long as your defense don't give you 26. So, that's the way I look at it. I think we're going to be just fine. But I just believe that one of the major questions is going to be, can we really stop the run? Because we're going against a team that really does run the football for real. So that's what I'm interested in seeing. So I got us winning, though. I got us winning 28, maybe 17, something like that.
Yeah.
So I was looking at, somebody asked this question. I had already looked for it to say how much rushing yards did Justin Fields got. He's second on the team in rushing, actually. He 24 carries for 178 yards, 7.4 average. Brees Hall has 52 carries for 238 yards, 4.6 average. So everybody runs the ball averaging over 4 yards a carry, to be honest with you. So yeah, they're formidable, but some of the yards is coming from Justin Fields, probably scrambling or call runs or whatever.
Definitely, yeah. and obviously when it comes to Justin Fields, the one of the things he does well, everybody knows this, he extends the play. And he can do that. That's what he does. He runs the ball, he can extend the play, he can get out of trouble in the pocket. The question is, can you make it difficult for him when he does that? Are you going to play a spy this week? And if you're playing a spy, Lord have mercy today, it better not be with Sanborn in the game.
Oh, it can't be Sanborn.
You see what I'm saying? See, some of this stuff is personnel. If you're going to have a linebacker, go get me the fastest linebacker, if that's what you're going to do. If you're going to have a cornerback in, that's fine. At least I know the cornerback can run with Fields. We talking about a dude that can run a 4.2. Yeah. You're going to make Sanborn look ridiculous. So I got to have Sanborn out the game on third down. I'm sorry.
So I'm a prove to y'all that I'm really a friend of Eberflus. So here's a tip. I hope he's watching our show. So what Eberflus needs to do is go watch our game against the Pittsburgh Steelers last year. We played that game without Micah, and Fields was the Pittsburgh starting quarterback, and we did okay. So Eberflus, just go watch the Pittsburgh game from last year. That's your game plan. We and just do that.
Well, one thing you can't do against a quarterback like Fields, you can't play a lot of man, especially on third, and because he's gonna eat you up running the ball, man. When the DB's backs turn, man, these are 25-yard games. You almost got to play. You're going to see a lot more zone this game, man. We got to be disciplined in our zone.
Which is right for this game.
Yeah. Absolutely right for this
game. Because he's not a great thrower of the football.
Correct.
He is an athlete. He'll hit on some plays. You make his game easier throwing the football when it is one-on-one. Because he ain't got to throw through tight windows and stuff. Mm-hmm. You got to have the zone up for this game, and you're going to need that to keep everybody in front of you as well. Yeah. So Eberflus' defense works perfectly for this game. Maybe not the other ones, not the real good throwers of the football. Like next week, Bryce Young, no, you can't. You got to mix it up. Bryce can throw the ball. You see what I'm saying? Fields don't hurt me like that. You see what I'm saying? He just don't hurt me. I want him throwing the ball because I know I'm going to get.
Yeah, but definitely a lot of zones where we can see him. But if we can get a little bit of pass rush and speed up his process, that's where your interception is going to come from. Zone, speeding him up a little bit. Hopefully, like Cowboy Joe said, we get some more Houston in there so we get a little bit more pressure. Yeah. So just speed up the process a little bit. That's why we only have one interception this year, man. The process has not been sped up by the quarterbacks.
And let me say this, and I'll pass back on to Cowboy Joe. Joe, this week here, we need to touch Fields. I'm just saying, if you ain't sacking them, you need to touch them. Yeah. You need to hit the ground a lot. That's how you get him to speed up his process. You got to put him on the ground. So that look, touch that guy. That's just the bottom line. If we don't touch him, you get into the, every quarterback gets into some type of rhythm against us. I just even Jalen, even though he didn't kill us in there, he killed us with his legs. He killed us. He ate us alive with his leg. We got to touch these guys. I don't care how it is. If you run the ball, you got to punish them. I'm just saying, it's NFL. You got to touch guys like that.
Yeah, I think the key is just having Leofold, Shamar James on the field, keep him in the pocket, and put some pressure on him, dial up a few blitzes here and there. I think we're gonna be okay. We'll come out with a win.
Everybody in the chat, put y'all score down. Put y'all score down in the chat. Put your score down in the chat.
Somebody's talking about the Lions.
I just want to see who's gonna pick the Jets to win. I know mostly everybody is gonna pick the Cowboys. Put your score down too, because I want to see. There's a lot of people thinking we're going to rip these guys apart. And then there's a lot of people, there's a few people who believe the Jets going to play their best game because it's the Cowboys as usual. So that's what I want to know. Go ahead and put your score down, put the team down. And I guess that's a good way for us to to kind of close out. I want to get you guys involved. While everybody's typing that, listen, go ahead and follow us. Follow B-Bird. B-Bird, what's the name of your channel again?
It's B-Bird Cowboys.
B-Bird
Bird Cowboys.
on YouTube. Go, please subscribe to him. Cowboy Joe, give us your channel again.
So it's Father and Son Cowboys and Sportscast. Father and Son Cowboys and Sportscast. So I do a show with my son. So he's a 4th generation Cowboy fan. I'm a 3rd generation Cowboy fan. So we do a father and son thing. I think the father and son thing is really big with all of us. Big time. We know about your son. He's in sports, playing football, and B-Bird. You're a dad as well. So just bringing something different to the space from a father and son content. And again, I like our OG podcast on Fridays. I've been hearing big time in B-Bird. There's some pretty big wigs watching our show. That's what I've been hearing. This OG podcast. So I think we kind of got an audience there, and some of the big wigs are watching this show.
I don't know, but we got a nice crowd in here now. We appreciate everybody that's just give us some of your time. Y'all, we kind of tell it like it is, y'all. I'm looking at all these scores. Somebody picked the Jets, and it was Mr. Steve. Steve said 27-20. I ain't gonna say. Can we write each other page in the chat? All right, here we go. Everybody, listen. B-Bird. Can you go to your YouTube page?
Yes, sir.
Share, copy that link, and then put it into the chat. I don't know if you can do it. Can you do that, Cowboy Joe?
I'm trying to get my son to do it.
Okay, we'll wait on him. I know he's somewhere because he was with us at first. What we're gonna do is put the actual channel into it, and you guys can click on that, and then you guys can subscribe to it. Obviously, I'm about to do that right now with mine.
He's saying he put it in there, Bishop, but let me see.
Oh no. Let me put mine in right now. All right, mine is in. There it is. There's mine. That is the show channel, not the link to the show, but just the show channel. B-Bird just did his.
I think I put the wrong thing in there.
You put the wrong thing in, B-Bird.
Yeah, let me go figure it out.
Go to your channel. When they say view channel, go to the top right, and put that in. I'm going to delete yours before somebody try to.
All right, thank you, man.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to see if
So it says view channel at the top up here.
View channel, go to that top, those 3 dots. Go to those 3 dots, and then it says share. And then go to copy link. Go to copy.
I got a copy URL. I think that's it.
That's it. Right there.
All right. Thank you, man. Big time. You're OG at all this stuff, brother.
I've been doing it for a couple years now. I better know it. I better know what to do.
Yeah, we still trying to learn the game, as you can see. But we're good. He said he posted in there early, so I think we're good.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to follow the Cowboys, be a Cowboy Joe, go up, scroll up, and then follow his as well. Appreciate you. T5th will tell you started your channel. Okay, cool. Appreciate you, man. We need as many voices in Cowboy universe as we can, man. Go ahead. Everybody give you closing remarks. We'll get on out of here.
Okay. Hope for what? Go on, Joe first, man.
Go ahead, Joe.
You go ahead, B-Bird. My son is talking to me right quick.
Okay.
Hold on for 1 second. Hold on for 1 second.
Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate all of you guys. I tell you what, let's do this. I tell you what.
I can go.
No, I'm about to put yours in. There you go, B-Bird.
I think I put it in there.
I'm about to put yours in myself, Joe. Let me get to your channel. I'm gonna get to your channel and find it.
Okay, sounds good.
I'll do it. I'll put it there. Go ahead.
So mine's in there right now, man. Anybody can see mine's on there. It's B-Bird Cowboys on YouTube. Y'all can follow me. I definitely appreciate it, man. Um, Big Time, you want me to do my final words? Or you
Yes,
want me
sir.
to
You got it, Doc.
Oh, for one thing, man, it was really pretty kind of cool, man. I called into a few of the more established YouTubers, Sky, Boss, and Law Nation over the last week. And I can't remember, but I know two, at least three, said, "Hey, man, I watched your the OG podcast. That's a real cool podcast y'all got." And so it was real cool to get that feedback from those guys that got 100-something thousand followers or these big followers or whatever. That they actually tuned in and maybe not live, but they tuned in when they had a chance to, and they value our wisdom and our knowledge and our history of the Cowboys too, man. And us even keep with the history we have and applying that to modern day football and still keeping up with the football. I think it's a great podcast, man. It's something that I just look forward to chopping it up with these guys, man. We all kind of have some of the same mentality. We all want to see get that sixth Super Bowl, man. And just to hear the feedback last week just made me even more energized about doing the show, to be totally honest with you, man. So I just wanted to say shout out to everybody that on the chat today, man, that came in and took their Friday to come in and listen to us. We appreciate it. It does not go overlooked. We know y'all could be doing other things, but y'all here with us, man, and we definitely appreciate that. And just on Minds and everybody else's, but I'll just tell y'all on Minds, I'm B.Bird Cowboys on YouTube and on Twitter too, man. So if y'all can follow me on that, man, on either one of those things, I definitely appreciate it. And follow my comrades on here also, man. They always putting things out, videos, tweets on Facebook or whatever you can, man. Just follow and support us, man. And we continue to give you good content. That's all I got, fellas.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
and I'm ready, Big Time.
I
Okay,
see.
so our channel is Father and Son Cowboys and Sports Talk. My son said he put the chat in the private.
I see it, but the only problem is I can't copy it.
Okay,
If you click on it, the only thing I can do is paste it. I mean, I can't.
No worries.
Okay.
We'll get it next time. Like I said, we're trying to figure it out as we go. But yeah, it's always good to be on with you guys. Big Time Show is one of the first Cowboy content creators I listen to, and then of course know the reputation and the name B-Bird. So definitely wanted to link up with him, and again, just always glad to chat with you guys. You and I, Nuke, we're fraternity brothers, and then B-Bird is a Texas guy. Down in the Houston area. Most of my family is in the Houston area, the Galveston area. So we just have a good connection going. And so, again, check out our channels, guys, because we're bringing something different to the space. And of course, we like all of the other content creators as well. Big Time, along with Boss Cowboy, the DC Universe, all those guys. So just glad to be a part of it and looking forward to doing more shows with you guys.
Awesome, man. Look, it's a pleasure to hang with these guys that know what they're talking about, guys that know the game, guys that study the game, been studying a long time, know what they talk about, know what it's supposed to look like. Been a part of this organization for a long period of time. We've seen all the championships. But some of the only one that I'm missing is 1971. That's the only one I'm missing. I wasn't born yet. 77, I was here. I was here. 92, 93, 90, all of them. I was 78. I was here. So listen, we know what it looks like. We know what a team is supposed to look like. We're not fooled. We're also the type that will call our team out. We're also the ones that will give them credit, the pat on the head when they do right. This is what the OG thing is all about. We ain't like these young folks. Why young folks jumping up and down, getting hype over Dak, throwing for 350 yards, whatever the case may be. We the type to say, okay, that's good. All right, let's just chill out a minute. Let's hold tight. You know what I'm saying? Let's not run. We still got a lot of weeks to go. And so that's what we're here for. But what we do is that what we found out, or at least I found out when I first came on their show, my frat brother there, and his son, was that we found out through the analytics. I think I ran it through my show that the age group that was looking at us was people that were over 40 years old. And when we started talking about our brothers, Boss and Henny and Landlord and, the Lou, what we found out was that age group is the 20s and 30s. So what we found out was that there's an audience that don't mind hanging with some guy that got gray hair. You understand? And so why not give it to the space? And here we are, the Cowboys OG Podcast. I believe this is our second show together. We've made the commitment to come to y'all all year long, during this time Friday. And depending on the numbers, we had a great first show. And based off what I've seen, I think we're going to have probably even a bigger second show once I see everything, and I'll let the guys know. If y'all demand it, we'll figure out a way to come to y'all, whether that's live or whether that's recording the show or whatever need to be done. We will do that. If y'all want us, here we come. But listen here. If the Cowboys are going to do something this season, this is the part of the schedule that you need to go ahead and do it. You got the Jets this week.
Right.
You got Carolina the next week. You got Washington the following week. Those 3 games are all winnable. All 3 of them. Even though we got 2 on the road, if you're gonna do something, it has to start now. Listen, if we blow these 3 games up, if we go 1-2, now all of y'all that's talking about these draft picks, y'all can welcome in that talk. Because the schedule gets real rough. After that, it gets real rough. But if you're talking about winning, you better start now. This is the time. These are teams that we are supposed to beat. We are supposed to beat the Jets. Stop playing down to teams that you're supposed to beat. We're supposed to beat the Jets, and that's what I'm looking for. I believe that's it, gentlemen. I appreciate everybody that came in with us, man. Listen, thank y'all so much for hanging with us. I believe that's it. Y'all good? Y'all got something else, gentlemen?
We're good.
Yeah, I'm good, man.
We're good.
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate it. And
right,
I'll chat with you during the week.
All right, man. We appreciate y'all.
You too,
this has been the Cowboys OG Podcast. We out, man.